Hey yo, what is up? Another day, another new tank. This is the new WZ-113 version 2. Now, not gonna lie, straight off the bat, this thing looks kinda sexy because it's got a 113 hull and a Object 140 turret on top of it. Looks kind of sexy, looks kind of different. We're going to take a look at it today and we're going to compare the stats with what's available in today's heavy tank lineups. Obviously, I think the most competitive tank or the best tanks in tier 8 right now is probably the Renegade and probably the E75TS. I think those are the best competitive tanks. What does the WZ-113 version 2 have to offer? Let's take a look at it. First of all, like I said, it's kind of sexy because it looks like a tier 10. It's got the 113 hull and the Object 140 turret, but as you can see, it is not textured yet. That means there's no skin on it. It looks like it is very early in development. They haven't even bothered to put a skin on it or texture it before they put out the pictures or leak it out into into the community. And I think the reason why is this tank is just very early. It's just it's not ready, it's not completed. The stats you see here today are going to be probably changed a lot because I don't think this tank is very far along in terms of development. They're just putting out some content out there to get people, a little bit excited or get people to watch videos or, gossip about new tanks coming out. I think that's the only reason why this tank is coming out as a leak right now. Now it is proposed that this tank has 1,550 hit points, which is like 50 more hit points than your regular heavy tanks. Normally they are something like 1,500 hit points if I'm not mistaken. Let me just look at it. Where are the hit points? Damn, I'm getting bad at this job. Where are your hit points of these other tanks? Yeah, 1,500 hit points is what the Renegade is, it's what the E75TS is, and that's what even the Defender 252U is, 1,500 hit points. So 50 more hit points, 600 horsepower on a 40-ton tank with 14.86 power to weight ratio. Now this is not too much different from other heavy tanks, which means I'm talking about the mobility kind of the same with other heavy tanks. The top speed is only 40, other tanks are like 45 maybe. A slow tank like an Object 252U is 35. So I think it's going to move or have the agility of other regular heavy tanks. It's not going to be anything special or not too fast or not too slow compared to other tanks, but it has a rotation speed and gun rotation speed that is similar to that of a Renegade. So you're gonna have a little bit of like it's gonna be quite quick on its feet in terms of agility, in terms of like when you're wiggling, turning your turret, turning your hull, it's going to act like a Renegade. But I think when it comes to forward and reverse speed, maybe the Renegade would perform a little bit better. Signal range of 750 meters, view range 380. So the view range is kind of one of the better view ranges. 380. A lot of these tanks are, if they are talking about Russian heavy tanks, they're around 350, 360 meters. So 380 is not too bad, although Renegade is 400 meters. So if you're going to compare this with a Renegade, the Renegade is going to beat this tank most of the time. What does this tank have that is really good though? The armor is pretty pog. 120 millimeters frontally, and side also 120 meters. So side armor is pretty good. So this is going to be a good side scraper, because 120 millimeters of side armor is better than an Object 252U. It's definitely better than a E75TS and better than a Renegade. Renegade side armor is only 76, so this is 120 frontally, 120 on the side. That's pretty good. Turret armor 240 frontally. Object 252U is 250. Renegade is also 250. So we're looking at pretty good frontal armor on the turret, which is 240 millimeters, 187 on the side. So you're talking side armor here pretty good. 187 millimeters turret side armor is more than double a Renegade, or you know, more than double of an E75TS. E75TS only 80 on the side with the turret, so this is 187. It's pretty good. So side armor on this tank is pretty good. The downside of this tank, 320 alpha damage. Most heavy tanks, you're talking about 360 nowadays, and the Defender does 440, you know, IS-3 390. Even the last tank that we talked about here, the IS-5, the premium reward for Clan Wars, that is like 390, right? 390 alpha. So that's pretty good. But 320 is kind of like meh. For today's heavy tanks. Reload time pretty normal, 9.59 seconds, around the 10-second range, not too much difference there. The aim time, however, is pretty good, 2.21 seconds. Example, Renegade is 2.4, E75TS also 2.4, Object 252U is 3 seconds. So not too much difference, but not too great of an advantage you would get in the WZ-113 version 2. Here's the sad part: 4 degrees of gun depression. 4 degrees of gun depression isn't going to help you do anything at all. 4 degrees is like you need to reverse up into some rubble to get some gun depression. It's really terrible. 4 degrees of gun depression isn't going to get you anywhere. You're not going to do anything with it. I assume this is going to change. It's going to get 4 to 6 degrees of gun depression, 5 to 6 degrees of gun depression when all is said and done. Again, as you can tell from the render, it has no skin. This tank is very new, very early in the stages of progression. This is the first iteration that they have released or leaked out to us. I am 100% sure this is going to change, just because they've released this tank out without the skin. So I'm assuming that they're going to make a lot more changes before they actually release this tank. I think they're just putting out the leaks right now because there's not much content coming out from Wargaming in the last month or so. But as some bonus content, I'm gonna show you the new GSOR 1008 3D skin. So this skin is going to be, I don't know, some kind of reward skin maybe, or some kind of mission skin that you need to do to get the 3D skins, like when they were giving out the skins for the motorcycle event or something like that. So this is the GSOR 3D skin. Some renders about it, so have a look at it and see if you like it. Yeah, and so that's what I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed today's video on the WZ-113 version 2 that is in Supertest, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.